Hello and welcome to a tutorial on how to create journeys on the platform Attentive, brought to you by Z from Sandhill Digital. Now, journeys are also automations or flows depending on the platform and what they call it. Generally speaking, I call them flows, so you may hear me reference them as such. Now, when you log into your Attentive account, you're going to see in the left-hand sidebar a section called messaging. The first order of business is journeys, and you're going to click on that. Now, if this was not a test account, you would see lots of flows listed here, from abandoned cart to win back prospect to welcome, what have you. For this purpose, we only have one here. Now, if this was not a test account, you would also have more options up here to create new flows. You can also create flows via sign-up forms. If you watched our sign-up form video, you'll see how to do that. But we're going to hop on in. But first, I want to show you that you can edit from here, but you also rename it and archive it. From here, you're going to just click on this, and this is another way to edit as well. If you've watched our campaign creation video, you'll see all about how to edit the individual messages. So I'm not going to go into that on this particular video. A nice thing about Attentive, it will show you any errors, and they'll list them with a red box with what I consider a coffee bean symbol or icon. And it's pretty straightforward. Now, also up in this right-hand corner, you can see the option to rename, as well as looking at version history, which is great if you're trying to analyze when the changes were made and how it's affected data and whatnot. Since this is a welcome flow, it's unique in the regard that it has a legal text that comes out because it's the first somebody is actually opting into your SMS platform. So this is unique to this flow. You cannot edit it. Other flows will not have things like this because it's not the first time being in the ecosystem. Now, with welcome flows, you also have a neat option here. You can change verbiage based on if they are a new subscriber or if they're resubscribing. And you can toggle that on, and it will basically give you the same option as this is down here. Message name, just like we talked about in the campaigns, is for internal purposes. And down here is your actual message. We're not going to go into that because that was covered in our campaigns video. But what we will cover is how to further create a flow on the platform. From over here, you have your drag and drop options. So if I want to have another message, I can drag and drop it there at any point in the sequence. You can also do a auto-reply text message, which we may get into in a subsequent video, but not in this video. We can also add a custom attribute as well. So based on their actions, we can assign an attribute to their profile. We can make something completely novel, or we can assign a pre-existing attribute on their profile. That we'll not get into too much as well. We're just looking at how to create a flow, but letting you know that they are there as options. Also, you can place in rules such as waiting or a delay, and you can do a branch, which is basically a conditional split based on some type of metric or behavior from the customer, or it could even be timing. So as you see down here, we have one that is branching based on if somebody has redeemed an offer since they started this journey. Now you can click on this to edit the branch, and from here you can choose all sorts of qualifiers of how this branch is split. You can choose the frequency, and you can also choose between dates in the last so much amount of time, or overall time, or since starting this journey. So you can choose when it would be triggered. I also want to show you, since we did mention it, the waiting and the delay. You can change it up here between hours, minutes, days, weeks, and you can change the numerical value there. As we go down, we'll see that there's another message. That's because I clicked and dragged it and dropped it down here. From here, you will edit that, and then you can do another wait. You can do another branch. But another thing I want to call out real quickly is you can also go in here and end the journey at any time. So suppose it was split. Maybe you wanted these people to end the journey, and you wanted these people to get another message. You could go ahead and pull another end journey and drop it down there if you wanted to. Now, A-B split is basically the same thing as a branch, but it just splits based on a percent value. And generally speaking, when you're testing something, you're always going to do a 50-50 split. But it does give you the option to alter that allocation of frequency. And so you can see that here, split traffic evenly or customize the split. And you can actually add multiple variations. So I can do a 3-way test if I wanted to. That's the short of how to create a flow. And once I said, it will not let you turn it on and to fix these errors. And right now this error is showing me that I need to make sure I have a valid short link. And we discussed that in the campaign video as well. But it's a nice safeguard to prevent you from launching a flow that may not be completely and entirely appropriate or prepared to be launched as